This spring marks 25 years since Connecticut lost the Hartford Whalers. The team is now the Carolina Hurricanes, but this iconic logo lives on in merchandise, like this tie made by Connecticut's own Vineyard Vines, and the beloved green and blue lives on too. Today we meet the local artists who created the logo and designed the uniforms. The historic town of Chester sits along the banks of the Connecticut River. This quintessential New England village is known for its cute shops and restaurants, but it's also the birthplace of a piece of art that triggers the humming of a familiar tune. Peter, it's been more than 40 years since you designed this logo. What do you think when you still see it on someone's back or someone's jacket or on TV?
Well, it is a phenomenal experience, and I'm gratified by the longevity of the logo. And so you have this beautiful sweeping.
Peter Good is the artist who designed the Hartford Whalers logo. I put on my Whalers jacket and caught up with him at the studio he shares with his wife, Jan Cummings. Peter is the father of the Whalers logo. You're the mother of the Whalers logo.
Oh, that's a good way to put it.
It all began back in 1979. The New England Whalers were becoming the Hartford Whalers, and Peter was given the job of replacing the old logo with a new one.
I met with them and they said, look, we're coming to Hartford, we need a logo. There was no it has to have the H, it has to have a W. There was nothing at all. So it was an open, blank slate.
Peter got to the drawing board and started sketching.
Like any project that I get, I start putting down any kind of visual ideas that come into my mind.
Peter came up with 9 concepts to show Whalers management. They picked this one. But Peter didn't 100% love it, so it was back to the studio. He wanted to come up with a way to incorporate the whale's tail with an H and a W, but he couldn't quite get it to work.
If you look at the early sketches, there were some awkward connections between the whale and the H and so forth.
Finally, after 3 weeks in starting the project, it came together, and Peter loved it. There are people much smarter than me and a lot more influential than me who believe that this is the greatest logo ever created. When people say that to you, what do you think?
Yeah. Well, I'd like to say I agree with them.
but it has staying power. Whalers management loved it too, except for one detail. The orange striping Peter and Jan had designed to complement the blue and green had to go.
And then they asked us if we would want to design some products. This was really early on.
And you made some pretty good stuff. So you made an apron?
We made aprons, and yeah, we were just showing you this
So this is a
backpack
for kids, right?
Yeah, well,
Really
I probably
clever.
made a small one because it's easier too. I mean,
for little kids.
Yeah, and of course
but
we
they
had
didn't like it.
We had little kids. No.
So this was next. Peter and Jan are amazed and flattered by the popularity of their artwork that still appears on gear sold all over the country more than 40 years after they created it. The green and blue color scheme chosen by Peter in the summer of '79 also lives on, adopted by the Hartford Yard Goats and the Hartford Athletic. So there's a belief out there that you make a lot of money off this logo.
False. Not true. I deny.
It's owned by the NHL.
NHL.
And they get it all.
NHL and the North Carolina Hurricanes.
Would you like to get a part of it? I mean, you came up with it.
Oh, well, yeah. Well, it would be justified, I think.
We will keep you posted. Next, a local doctor is a trailblazer in his field, plus another incredible invention created right here in Connecticut. And this morning's Positive Vibes, bringing the youth and police together. And we love to hear from you. Thanks for all your emails and comments on social media. You can find us right here.